Welcome, friends. You're invited to our party. We aim to please at Arts and Props with GL. May I interest you in a bloody or stir things up margarita DIY? We are repurposing candles to make these delightful drinks for our special guests on Halloween. And they make great conversation starters. All the materials can be bought at the Dollar Tree, including a margarita glass, one skeleton garland, one red thin candle, one white thin candle, a set of tea lights, and a hard plastic straw. Other kitchen items include a baking sheet, oven, and beaters. And here's a quick look at some of the supplies we're using and how they fit inside the glass. Lovely little skeletons. I like to melt my candles first by placing the white and red candles on a baking sheet inside the oven. I set the temperature to 190 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes to an hour. Then, if the candles are still melting, I turn the oven down to 180 degrees so that way they're easier to handle. It will take a little over an hour to melt the candles entirely. Meanwhile, I set up the glass so I have the skeletons and straw inside. When preparing the skeletons, I like to cut off the little plastic part on top of the head as well as the one on the chin because it looks kind of weird. Maybe it's the way they connected them together. Also, I like to slightly break the bones at the elbows and knees so I can make them look like they're sitting inside the margarita glass. Oops, sometimes they break off. That's okay. You can place inside the margarita glass. The candle wax will cover it and you won't see it anyway. While the skeleton livers are hanging out in the hot tub, the candle wax is ready. I'll take out the white one, which now looks clear, pour it into a bowl, set it to the side, and take the red one, just set it out for about 5 minutes. And then I'll pour it down into the center of the glass. Isn't this a bloody good time? In a minute, I'll add a straw, and I want to keep in mind where the tea light candle will fit in. I'm using a tea light candle so that way I can actually burn the candle. When the candle wax and the wick burns down, I can replace them in the tea light tin. This way, the flame stays away from the plastic that's added to the candle. It's been about 10 minutes and you can see how the red candle wax is setting up. And if I press in on the white, you can see that there's a little liquid there and it's quite a bit on my finger. I want to wait until there's less on my finger and it's just softer to the touch without any liquid seeping through. You can see how it's a little harder now and there's just a little bit on my finger. Now it's ready to mix with the beaters. Provided you melted the candle wax at 180 degrees, it's about a 20 to 25 minute wait from pouring the wax into the bowl until it's ready to be mixed. It only needs to be mixed for about 10 to 20 seconds. I'm showing this in actual time so you can see how quickly the candle wax changes into a sudsy substance. I like to use my finger to apply the suds to the candle. However, if I were making this professionally, I would definitely want to wear gloves during this process. It's important to work quickly when adding the suds to the top of the candle. I have about 1 to 1.5 minutes to work with the candle wax before it hardens. This fun and easy do-it-yourself project takes about 2 hours to complete. Most of the time is spent melting the wax for an hour and waiting for the white wax to cool for 20 to 25 minutes. As far as cleanup is concerned, just place the beaters and the bowl in the oven, allow the wax to melt to the bottom, wipe it out with a paper towel, and then clean it with soap and water. I'm excited that you stayed for the party. Thank you so much. If you decide to try this project, please leave a comment and share your experiences and how you did things differently. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to help. We wish you a safe and wonderful fall. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you would like to see more candle videos coming up soon.